Like, we're going away. It's basically starting now. We're going to be away for a few weeks for summer stuff. And I was like, I deserve a new t-shirt.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of a fun vintagey looking one, and it just fits nice. So I'm like, yeah, there we go.
Should have gotten one made with your brand, man.
I have a bunch of hats, but I haven't had a shirt made. Let's go here. Yeah, awesome. Um, Todd, how have you been? What's new and exciting?
Excuse me. I just got my Go High Level set up and my A2P registration just done and
Right
then I
on.
signed up for your guys' stuff the other day, so I figured I'd just jump on and kind of get oriented to what's going on.
Okay.
But so that I was just gonna kind of listen today.
Yeah, we'll see who all jumps on. This week it seems it's been a little bit slower for people jumping on. I know last Thursday we probably had about 15 people on, and then Tuesday we had one. So we'll see.
It
So
is
generally what we do here is answer a bunch of questions. If you got any questions about how to do things or get things set up, or if there's something you're struggling with and you're trying to customize something, um, absolutely fire some questions off. Can even help with other stuff that's not related directly to our things. So that's cool. And yeah, I'm just getting a live stream going right now. So right on. So you said you how was getting A2P set up for you? Did it go pretty smoothly?
I hired somebody to do it and he no, it didn't go real smoothly. But
Okay. Yeah, they
yeah,
they
I
made
mean,
a bunch of changes, so then it's a little more involved, I guess. Um, Trying to get everything improved, and it's not always consistent. But glad you got that done.
yep.
It's a hurdle, anyways. Um, we've
What
got
kind
we've
of
got a
problems is there? I'm getting mine set up tomorrow, I think.
it's just you know what I've heard like what I've experienced is just even if you do the same thing over and over again, setting things up exactly the same way, you could get denied. You know, it could get rejected for any reason that they feel like. I have no idea. Um, so it's just trying to go through, follow the high level steps. Um, Follow their guide and try to do things the best you can, and then hopefully everything goes smoothly from there. I've been trying to figure out if there's more of an not offline but outside of high level. I know I've got a friend named Jake who they were doing ATP registrations for people, and what they ended up doing was they created a whole system outside of high level for registering those A2P like domains and everything. So when you have to put the domain inside of your A2P registration, or the URL to like the landing page where you're collecting contact information, it had like a dynamically generated one that would load up all the proper information. And I know that was working well. And I know he was I think he got his girlfriend actually to be doing ATP registrations for everybody. And they don't I don't think they're taking any more people to do them, but um it was working well. So I was just wondering if there's a just I just thought about this the other day. It'd be great if we could have a more streamlined or something that we can make, a process that just works every time. But a lot of things that I've heard from other people too is just they'll do the same thing over and over again, and they still get rejected. So
What do you do when you get rejected?
you just reapply. You just redo it again. Go look at try and tweak some stuff. So I know when you go through like when you go in through to do the ATP registration, high level gives you the suggested um um things to put in there. The not the I'm not gonna not tags, but the suggested messaging for each one of the steps. And
Hmm.
it's always a good idea to go through and just customize that a little bit. Make sure you have your phone number customized so it's not exactly the same as everything everyone else is submitting. And then you need to make sure that you have like a terms of services page or yeah, term privacy policy and terms of service, and then the two what do you call it? The two check boxes for one for just regular messaging and one for for marketing messages when you go and create a form. So when you go to create your, I'm just trying to look for a page here that I could possibly show.
So does it ask for links to the terms page and the privacy page?
Yeah, well, they want to see it on the page that you have your form.
Okay.
So, for example, oh, this is not a good example, because this is for a client, but we make it uh yeah, here. It's white. It's on a dark background on the thing, so we make the form white. But we have two check boxes here, and then on
Mhm.
the page that we have it on, we have a terms of services and privacy policy on that page too. So they have to check both boxes in order to receive. There's marketing messages, and then there's just regular messages
Yeah.
for it. And then with these guys, we can just link to their corporate uh, terms and conditions. And but we do have, so inside of our Power Tools, let me find one, restaurant one. We do have like a really generic terms and conditions page with a Facebook disclaimer under the A2P general opt-in. Here, this is one that we built for a
Okay.
client
So that
a while ago.
this is the next step once you get the links put in there, and then you okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get that. You're gonna want to get your A2P done. So if you go to, yeah, sites, funnels. This is just an example, and you could
Okay.
always just take this too if you wanted to use the terms and conditions. On here, you can go in and edit this and then put your client name in and information. I know they just want to see it, that it's there and that it looks, legit. So
Yep.
this is one that we've used for years. I am going to be honest with you, I don't even 100% know what all of it says, but it covers all the bases and it's allowed us to do all our terms and conditions and everything like that for when we're doing because we do a lot of Facebook ads. So it'll have all the Facebook ads information and Facebook disclaimer and everything that those guys want to see when you're running ads too.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I've got that. I just got to put. I just wondered if you just put
yeah,
the
it's just a
in
good
there.
idea to have it in there and
Yep.
then have the business page in there. So what my thoughts were is I'm wondering if we can just create a generic, like we can do some kind of generic domain here and then send people to a funnel page because they're not going to go through it, right? They're not going to go in, log in, fill out their information and test it out. They just want to
Right.
see that you have the fields, the two required terms, the two required check boxes, a link to your privacy policy and terms and conditions
Yep.
on those pages. When you're filling out your A2P information, you want to make sure that the phone number that you're using in the demo stuff that you're sending over is the actual phone number that you're using to apply for A2P. So if I went over to phone numbers,
So the phone number I purchased through Go High Level, that's the one I want to use to apply to
yeah,
A2P. Okay.
yeah. So
Hopefully it's still
yeah,
covered.
so here we have this one. Um, I don't know. This one I bought before Canada, before we needed to do one in Canada, so I don't remember if this one is A2P registered or not. No, I don't have this. And this is just for our demo, not for even for our demo account. This is just for our snapshot account. So this is the one I package up and send out to everybody. But yeah, it's you can follow it step by step. And I think if you go to high levels, A2P information page.
I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, so this one right here, if you click at the bottom, says no more, click here. And then it'll walk you through step by step how to register for A2P and what you should know and what information you need to grab from where. I know when I first tried to do A2P for one of our marketing agency, for some reason when I created our GST number because we're in Canada,
Mhm.
I did it under my name rather than the business name. It's all still connected, but when I went to go fill out the ATP registration information, the name of the business and the my name was different. And I you know what? It's interesting because it gets weirder when you go into more countries too, because we've had to do it for Australia because we have clients in Australia and stuff too. So they all have different regulations and rules of what you need to set up too. But I also know High Level does their support team. You can jump on with them and they'll help walk you through some of the questions as well. If
Okay.
you run into real problems, I think they have I know we've jumped on with A2P specialist and they've walked us through like doing it when we have to do it for other countries too, just to make sure we have all the information correct. And
And this is done with each location, each license.
yeah, for every phone number that you want to send text messages with, you're going
Okay.
to need to do that. I know there's other solutions out there. Like for example, Gary Caps has um it's called My CRM Sim, and they use an app that they built that connects through a cell phone to send messages out.
Hmm.
It's you can't do message blasting with it, like you can't send out like 3,000 messages. Um you can basically send you can you do it for like transactional email messaging, like you have an appointment coming up, that kind of thing, or here's a link to your appointment here, thank you for coming in, that kind of stuff, would you leave us a review, that kind of stuff. But you can't do it for like I want to send out a message blast to my whole network. It just won't work that way. I think you can send out like one message a second or something like that, or one message every few seconds, um, using their system, just because you're using a cell phone and the regular um, kind of uh, phone network. So yeah,
If
A2P.
a restaurant, I mean, some of their sites are, some of them don't have sites. Some of them, or whoever
Yeah.
they're. How do you deal with the privacy and terms for that? Just create a generic one.
Yeah, that's where you'd create a domain for for some of our clients, what we'll do instead of trying to use the business's name, we just have like a subdomain called one of them is called Fresh Rep and the other
Hmm.
one is called Fresh LP. That's our high level instance basically. And we'll just do business name dot fresh rep. For this client that I was just talking about here a minute ago, they have we registered a domain for them, and we just do all they have a bunch of locations, so we go location name dot what the domain we registered, and then we just
Hmm.
create subdomains for each one of those.
Okay.
So that's an easier way than you know um, trying to get the business to actually give you access to their domain name and configure stuff that way. Sometimes they
Yeah.
don't want to. Sometimes they have no idea what you're talking about. Sometimes they have no idea where they registered their domain names. So you got to go do a bunch of hunting and stuff like that. And then, hopefully they can remember. Sometimes these, it's like, oh, this old business partner registered the domain and, we can't get access to it anymore,
Oh yeah, I've dealt with
that
that
kind of
as
stuff.
well.
Or so sometimes it's easier just to register a new domain for them. It doesn't cost you a whole lot if they're going to be a
No.
client. And then other option is you just create you create a subdomain on a domain that you have, like get a generic domain that's kind of branded to yourself, and then
Hmm.
do client name dot whatever that is. And and that works out well because nobody pays attention to what the domain name is. And then if you see the business's name in the URL, people are comfortable with that anyways.
Yeah.
So there's that. We made a couple changes or a couple updates this week. So before when we were doing our I'll have a new snapshot actually for you guys to download since you guys are new. You guys you'll want to grab the newer one. Anyways, but we made a couple little changes. So with referrals, typically what we were doing for referrals before was you would earn any referral that you would do, you would earn points. We just made it so that you can give promotions as referrals too. So before you could kind of do it, but now you can go create like a referral incentive, and anytime someone is referred, then they'll get access to a coupon. So if you want to say, hey, refer a friend and get 25% off your next order, you could create a coupon for that. And then every time they refer someone, they would get another 25% off coupon that they could use on subsequent visits. So we just implemented that system. We're going to update some of the, I got to update a couple of the webhooks in the snapshot, but I'll save that out after our call here today. And then if you guys want, you can download the newest snapshot. Basically what we're doing is just we just changed the way that we're granting promotions, and then we have a uh referral grant promotion webhook now. And what that'll do is make it so, yeah, so if you referred three people, you would get three coupons that you could use 24 hours apart, kind of thing. So you could use coupon on day one. You could do a coupon again on day two if you wanted a coupon on day three if you referred three people. And if you waited like 5 days and did a coupon, you would still have to wait another 24 hours to redeem your next one, kind of thing. So next visit, um, kind of thing. But it's a good way rather than just giving points, because not everyone wants to do points. And usually when we're working with restaurants, we're focused mostly on promotions anyways, the promotions manager and doing coupons and events and info posts kind of thing there for them anyways. So we just upgraded, yeah, how we handle that. So you should be able to, going forward, give, somebody could have 10 of the same coupon, um, and then be able to use those provided they've been granted those coupons. So we're keeping track of all that, which will lead to better reporting as well too.
That's
So that's kind of an update on that one. What else do we
How
do?
do we get that download of the new snapshot?
Okay, so if you are in, I'll have to, you don't do it yet. I'll get you to do it after, maybe like this evening or this afternoon or something. But I just got to update. We want to update some of the webhooks that are in there. So we're going to go to our agency view. On the in the email that we sent you when you first signed up, you have a custom menu link that we gave you. And
Hmm.
in that custom menu link, when you click on it, it's going to take you into your dashboard. And then under rewards here, you'll be able to get the snapshot for restaurants and whichever in there. So
cool.
the restaurant and retail one here will be updated first. And then yeah, since you guys are somewhat new, we here too.
I'm brand new as of this
Yeah,
morning.
so one of the things we added in too, which has been over the last couple weeks, is we have this, which I've talked about a couple times, but this is kind of a standalone review capture system. So what it does is you can put this on a QR code or an NFC tap card or something like that, and it'll take them over to this page. And when somebody comes to this page, it'll ask them to leave a review and sign in with Google. It'll take them through the sign in process here, which just looks like they're logging into Google anyways. But what we're actually doing with this is we're capturing their name and email address and everything and sending it into high level. So if you have like a restaurant space or a retail space or a food truck or something where you have anonymous customers and you don't know who they are, you can actually collect their information. And it'll send that into high level, their name and their email address. You can even ask it to collect their phone number, to request a phone number when they go through as well, and then it'll have those opt-ins as well. And then we also added in an AI review generation too. So when they go through this whole thing, they can pick what services that they had, what they liked, and then they can click on generate review, and it'll kind of give them a suggested review that they can then when they click on this, it'll automatically copy this and send them over to Google to they can paste that review in for that business.
Oh, that's sweet.
Um, so that's kind of a neat system. And then yeah, so as long as you're using the review system here, all you need to do is install the snapshot, and then probably use the reviews only one. And then you need to fill out two fields under the custom values, which is just the business logo and the Google review link. So business review logo and the Google review link. Um, if you just want to use the tap card feature, and it's awesome for those types of businesses. So you can turn on the AI stuff or turn off the AI stuff. If you don't have the AI thing on, it will just collect their information and send them over to Google to leave a review. And then you can create a workflow inside of High Level that says when that new contact comes in, then you can email them or do whatever you want to that contact to ask them if they want to join promotions or whichever. So a bunch of stuff in here under the review settings. So if you do decide you try out and use the review thing, which is we're mostly testing it out. It's working good though. You can go through and fill out this information and customize the little services and products and what customers love. And even if you want to get more involved with the AI prompt, you can add some additions and changes there too if you're going through testing it out. The only thing you need to add in to use the AI stuff is you have to go to AI settings and then add in your API key for OpenAI.
Dude, all right.
So there's that. Those are the bigger updates. I'm excited. I think the rewards thing with the promotions was funny. Someone was asking like, "Hey, can we do this?" And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't even really thought about it." So then we added in the promotions um, thing for doing multiple coupons of the same coupon, and then I was on a call on Tuesday and someone was like, yeah, great. Then it'll show up in referrals. And I'm like, oh no, actually it won't. So over the last couple of days, we just made it so um, if you do the promotion, it will update. So I'll just in case sometimes people are watching and they're not jumping on the call, but I will just let's just go into the automation here for a minute. So if we go into the automations with our snapshot, and this is the restaurant and like retail one, but if you go into the automation and it's under number two here, first coupon redeemed. Actually, I didn't put it in there yet. I will have to do that right away because we are testing it yesterday. If we go to grant promotional offer to referral, this is an example. You'll see the webhook in here. Grant promotional offer to the referrer. We just changed the action. So we had grant promo before, and then we have grant promo referral. And then that way we know that it's we're going to track it as a referral because there's other ways that you could grant the promotion as well. If you just wanted to grant promotions for people taking different actions, like you could potentially be like, hey, watch this video, watch 100% of this video, and we'll give you a coupon that you can use, right? As long as that contact's already in your system, high level you can do a video view track kind of thing. And when somebody watches that video, then automatically give them a coupon and send them an email saying thank you. A good way to, I guess, force promotions. I wonder how else you could probably do that. You could probably do that with a whole video network thing. Like, hey, watch these videos and earn coupons as you do it. That's
Have them
interesting.
go to your GMB and click around, view photos,
Yeah, if I wish there was a
look
way
at
to,
updates.
I
That'd
would,
be
it'd
that
be it'd be sweet if we could track it. Um,
that would be cool.
um, yeah, other things that we can add in there. Um, yeah, that would be awesome. So, if you have any ideas like that, yeah, just throw them our way and we can see what we can make work.
Well, I'm just just from
Yeah,
a map pack SEO standpoint, you're getting CTR if you're
yeah.
giving them something to go.
Um,
The
I
best
I
kind of
wonder, I
CTR.
wonder how I wonder how you could track it though. You could probably be like, what's our fourth? You could, we're just running a campaign. No, or we no, I've seen lots of other campaigns from other people not using high level, using just for what are they doing? They're doing like
I've
giveaways and
just,
stuff.
yeah,
And
I've seen
and they ask
Facebook
questions
ads
like,
for
"Hey,
it.
what's the fourth image on this page?" kind of thing, and then they make you
Yeah.
go through it, or go into our, yeah, on this page, what's the title or something like that. And then people have to click through, and then as they click through and answer those questions, then they get more entries into the contests.
You have a form they have to fill out, say, you know, go to this update link, read the update. What is the promo code at the bottom?
Yeah,
And then you have them
it would
go,
definitely be more work. I
and
guess you
then
would
then
just have to put the wording in. Yeah,
you could even go and hit driving directions to tell us how long it takes to get to us.
yeah. Click on our link here. Yeah, there's some like I've played around with the other gamification type ones where they're like click on a link and follow us, or go to Instagram and follow us. A lot of the
Yeah.
ones like not viral. I'm not gonna say not viral loops, but um oh, there's another big one that's out there. I forget what it's called, but you basically have all your links that you want people to follow. They click on it, and they don't have a way of verifying whether you actually followed them on Facebook or followed them on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. So they actually
Raffle
just,
Press is a plug-in that does that. I think
yeah,
Raffle
and
Press
they
with
they
WordPress.
wait like
You
they just
get points for
basically,
every link they go to.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
basically just tracking the link click,
Yeah.
because and then it does a little twirly thing for 20 seconds, and then it's like verified. It's like yeah, I didn't even do anything, but
But
uh
you gotta figure your vast percentage of people are just gonna click the thing and they're gonna go there and do what
yeah,
you
and then they'll
tell
hit
them.
that. Oh well, they do, I know they do, yeah. And it works. So we're running another campaign for a client right now, which is um post a photo, and then tag us in that photo, and then share stuff, and then they have to also submit another link. So that
That's
one's
cool.
that one's gonna be running for like till Christmas. So that's, yeah, like a good 6 months from now. We'll see how many, and then we're running ads promoting it. So we'll see what they actually how that actually works out, what kind of engagement they get from it, because it's a number of steps, right? But they're giving away like 10 grand. So uh so it's you have to go submit through their website, then you have to go to social media, and then you have to post a photo, and then tag them and do some things. So it's like three or four steps, but um some people are really lazy and they don't want to do those steps. But uh if they want to be entered in the contest, or the other option is they could write like a 250 word essay about the business and then be entered as well. So
I
it's,
mean, yeah, I mean you could give somebody a bar of gold and somebody won't want it because it's free, you know.
yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
certain people.
absolutely.
I got
Uh,
a I got
yeah.
another question.
So you,
How long does
go
it
ahead.
take to get the login information for this members.ghlsmartreviews.com?
Oh, don't yeah, let's not do that. Here is I don't know why that would be still sending out. GHL Power. I'm gonna have to take a look at the email that you got.
Okay.
Um, I just put in chat the link to the training area. We moved it off of. I think actually, I actually think I'm going to update it again, to a better platform. We were inside high level memberships for it, and it was okay, but everyone was losing their password and couldn't remember, and the forget password wasn't always working. So I moved it just to kind of like a white label, like a not white label, but just a training area, like just a docs repository. And that's what
Yeah.
we're using right now. But I was looking at, I'd like to have it more searchable and a little more accessible.
Go to
So
Member Vault.
member vaults.
I think it's like $39 a month, and you can have courses and all that kind of stuff in there. And I know the member vault I've got for our training stuff in our company. It shows up in
Mhm.
search engines. So
Okay. What I was thinking of, I'll have to take a look. I saw somebody else using one. I think it was Thinker AI, and I forget what they were using for their training area. But I really liked the way everything was laid out. And I actually had, I forget what it was called, but I realized that I actually had a membership for it already too.
I hate when that
So
happens.
yeah, I'm like, oh, that looks awesome. Then
I'm
I went
already
over
paying
there
for
and they're
that.
like, oh, you're already signed up for that. I'm like, oh, well, I'm clearly not using it. So um I'm gonna have to go into their docs and see what it is again. Because I'd like to, it looked really clean and really nice and easy to use. So I think we're gonna end up moving stuff over to there over the next couple months so that it's just even easier to right now the docs we have it was great when we didn't have so much stuff. But as we more add more content in there and more training, it's just kind of overwhelming. So or is a little bit harder to find exactly what you need sometimes. So you said the members dot that was the members dot GHL Smart Reviews one. Is
Yeah,
that-
that was one of the emails it sent me. It was to go
Yeah,
there, create an account, and
I will double check to see where that
I'll tell you which email it was. It was
because I'll update that so it doesn't say that anymore.
yeah, it was. Yes, it was the second email. The first email was a receipt. Second email had my license link,
Okay. Mhm.
and right up top it says you can now log into the new Smart Scripts training portal.
Okay.
Go here and create an account. It's go.ghlsmartreviews.com.
Yeah, I will
Create an account, and then it takes you to members.ghlsmartreviews.com login. If that's no good, I'll get rid of it.
um yeah, I'm just gonna change. We do have oh, that's mostly right, except it does have that yeah, that just needs to be updated. I think we just need to take that out. Okay, cool. Well, I'll get that fixed too. Get that updated. Yeah, because we moved everything over to Docs, so it's better over there anyhow. And then yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. Well, okay, it's Kier, right?
Yep. Yep.
Did you so you said you're signed up under another agency
Yeah,
and
I'm in a. I got the guy in charge of it. I gave him my link. I gave him the instructions on how
okay.
to get set up. So that'll be set up tomorrow. I do know that the the first the first license I'm going to use. I'm waiting on that stupid. It's an 800 number that I'm waiting to
Oh
be
yeah.
texted over. They say it should take 4 days, so by Monday I should be good, or Tuesday. And
Okay.
then I know so many restaurant, bar, food truck owners. It's crazy, and I've always
Awesome.
wanted something like this. And I stumbled upon you this morning at 3:30 in the morning because
Oh, right on.
we had a terrible storm and the power came back on. I go, well, I'm up now because every light in the house came on.
Yeah.
And so I watched all your videos from about 3:30 to 7 on your.
Perfect.
I'm on your YouTube channel, and I was like, you know what? I kept looking for something I didn't like. I was like,
Yeah.
this is exactly what I want. I've tested so many of these, loyalty referral type systems. I wanted one that worked with Go High Level, and I watched all your stuff. I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
So I'm
Awesome.
excited about this. I'm excited to get some people signed up and get things moving with this thing.
Yeah, it works really, really well. And It's really customizable as well. So yeah, we do these tech calls every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. We've got a Slack channel that you can join to ask
I'm on it.
questions in there.
I'm on it.
And then yeah, that's perfect. What I'm looking for is it's my workflow for this where the message gets sent out is seems absolutely massive. Um and then I just gotta figure out
Does it
what
store these? Are these things stored in folders, or does it create a mess?
it's all in folders. It's mostly all in
Okay.
folders. Like I would always say though, if you do oh yeah, you don't have different sub accounts. So it will if there isn't if
I
you
do. I have. It's weird how I got set up. I got unlimited sub accounts.
oh okay.
Yeah.
You just have to
So
contact the person and ask them to create a new one for you then, or how does that work?
as many as I want. I said, give me 10 more. Then give me 10 more.
Okay. Oh
But
yeah,
just give
okay.
me these generic sub accounts. I go then add in all the business information, get the domain set up for the email, and get everything ready to roll, and then we move forward.
Okay, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it doesn't take me long at all.
Yeah.
And eventually, what I'll have is a VA that'll be trained to onboard and do this stuff. But I've got to do it and figure out all the problems first, because when they ask you a question I don't know is not acceptable.
Yeah, yeah, I'll have to find that out for you kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me look into that. It's a good question. Um, okay, cool. Right on. That's a yeah, that's a good way to go. I know when I first found high level, I it was like 6 years ago or maybe 5 years ago. It was just we were doing a lot of fitness marketing before COVID and we had like 50 clients and we were doing all the different platforms for making that all work. But then COVID happened, all our fitness clients shut down for like 2 years, so they weren't coming back. So we pivoted and changed and we moved to just local businesses again. And then just through being advertised to I found high level and then I was but it wasn't high level, it was I think it was what is their names, I forget what their name is now, but they're
I've
always
I've
advertising
tried them
us.
all.
Yeah, I found one. I was like, I found out it was high level. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then I actually found another person selling it, and it was like $15 for lifetime access. So I signed up with them. I paid them $15 and signed up for like their real estate thing. And I'm like, oh, this is high level as well. So they're just giving away unlimited account, or like not unlimited accounts, but basically, yeah, get your account for free for $15 and or get it for $15 and just use it forever kind of thing. Um,
Well, I made the
I
pivot
think
this
I still
year.
have that one, but
Yeah, I made the pivot this year. I'm taking all the contact forms off all our clients' websites. All their stuff's going at a high level. If they don't want to log in and use it, they don't log in and use it. If
yeah,
they do want to
still
log
send.
in and use it, it's an upsell. We'll get it set up for them.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I've done that with some of our clients too, with some of the websites we built. We're using Gravity forms for all of our email forms before, and I switched everybody over to high level. Instead of spending, I think Gravity forms charges you like $350 a year or something like that. Just use
Yeah.
their
Well,
forms
we
and
had when you have a if you've got a client that's getting 120 leads in a month, they're not ever replying to that email that it comes from off of WordPress,
yeah,
and eventually it starts ending up in spam, and then they say they don't have any lead. It's just I said I got that's really what I looked for. I was looking for a cheap CRM to throw leads into, and I tried them all, and I said, well, what else? I want to create a referral thing with the CRM. I want to create. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to create. All of them made promises that they could do stuff, and none
yeah,
of them could do it. The closest I found was something called Sweet Dash, but it's still limited. It's just not as good.
yeah. Are you getting just like a really good deal then going through this other guy then, or
Yeah,
is it better than just signing it up for yourself?
they handle all the back end updates and everything, so I don't have to
Okay.
get in. Yeah, that's part of the deal. Is that if I've got a problem, if something's wrong, not working, I hit them up on my uh, Microsoft Teams, and I it's always been taken care of. And it's weird too how
Yeah.
they have it set up some strange way because I was on the phone with somebody in Houston, Texas. I'm South Carolina, and she was like, "Is your Go High level working?" I'm like, "Working just fine. I've been on it all day." She goes, "Ours just keeps having problems." I'm like, "Yep." So I'm glad I'm with whatever I'm with.
Well, it all depends. Um, yeah, like what was it last? I don't know if it was last week or
Yeah,
the
last week
week
apparently they had
before.
a cloud, their cloud services or
The
something like
Cloudflare thing went down, and then I think on Monday or Tuesday this week too, they are down for a few hours, um, in the morning too, but probably related to something like that. But for the most part, we don't have to do a lot of tech stuff in the back end to keep high level work running. Like it runs pretty well on its own. We
that.
just notice sometimes when our we'll get a notification from like one of our ad campaigns saying like you can't reach the funnel page or stuff like that. So then we know there's an issue, or it's rare that we can't log into high level, but
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the most part, it's working pretty good. Yeah. And we've been on it since I think November 2020 is when we jumped onto high level, and been on it ever since. So
One
awesome.
day, if I have to leave where I'm at, I'm just hoping that I can take all that data and put it into a regular Go High level account.
You can you just have to do they would have to you'd have to do a request for them to transfer those sub accounts over to
Yeah.
your account.
Okay.
There is a way for them to do that. You can
You would
transfer.
think there would be a
Yeah,
migration.
there is a migration thing, so you just have to request it. Um, and then basically, yeah, they just move those sub accounts over to your own account. And for the most part, people are typically pretty good with doing that, but um, every once in a while you run into people who are like, "We're not doing that for you. You can't have your information, right?"
These
Um,
guys, I know the guys who are in charge of all this
yeah,
stuff. So yeah, they'll do it if there's ever a problem. But
awesome.
hopefully, not no problems exist.
Yeah, no, it should be all good.
Where are
Um,
you in Canada?
We are in Kelowna, which is just interior BC. So we're about 4.5, no, I'd say like 5.5 hours from Seattle. So like up into
Yep.
the east a little bit.
I lived on Mercer Island when I was a kid,
Okay.
and we used to take a boat up through to Vancouver and through the San Juan Islands and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful area.
Yeah, it's awesome. We're going out to Vancouver Island. Um, Not next week, but in a couple weeks here. My kids play lacrosse, and my daughter's on the all female team. They're going to provincials, so they're gonna go push some kids around and throw balls at each other.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
good.
fun to watch, especially when they get super aggressive.
Yeah.
They come away. Sometimes they're like 13. She's like 13. She's in the 13-14 group, and sometimes there were, I think it wasn't last game, but there was like a brawl at the end. Like there's like five kids fighting on a thing because they all take care of each other, and you hurt someone on one of the teams, you know you're gonna get retaliation, and you're just like they're all padded up to like, they can't really hurt each other, but um yeah, it's fun to watch anyway.
It's a cool game. I played it 2 years in high school.
Yeah. I didn't really even know about it until we moved out to not that I didn't know about it, but I never seen really anyone play or it being promoted or anything. We moved out to BC, and my kids play hockey, and some of the kids on their team were like, "Hey, you guys got to come play lacrosse too." So we're like, "Yeah, okay, let's go." And then the kids just fell in love with it. It's
Yeah,
fun for
people
them.
get addicted to it. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, they're my daughter is all bruised up, all her arms and everything. And I guess other girls in their league too get every once in a while, but they get pulled aside at school and they're like, "Is everything okay at home?" And they're just like, "We play lacrosse." And they're like, "That makes sense." That makes
Yeah,
sense. Yeah, because their arms are basically bruised from their shoulders to their wrists, even though they have like 1 inch padding and plastic plates on there. You get hurt, but yeah, they love it. They're just like, I can't wait to get back out there.
that's a great game.
Yeah,
It's
it's fun
great.
to watch. Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm happy to be a part of this, and
yeah, man. Welcome here. I know we didn't have a whole lot of tech stuff to talk about today, but that's cool. It'll probably speed back up, after this we got like next week is going to be like all holiday.
oh
Not
yeah.
next week. Is next week all holidays kind of thing?
Well,
Today's my
we
kid's
got
last day of school. On Tuesday, we won't have a call because it's going to be, yeah, Tuesday is our July 1st. So that's our holiday celebration. And you guys have Friday.
July 4th. Yep.
So, so that's going to be a big weekend for you. So we'll probably see a lot more stuff pick up around the 8th kind of thing next week. It might be a bit of a wash for who shows up and what we're doing. But we'll be here on Thursday for sure.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'll
And
be
in the
here.
meantime, if you have any questions, we'll be on Slack and in the channels and answering questions. And if always good if you run into an issue, record a little video, post it in the Slack channel there, and we'll get back to you right away.
Okay. Thanks. I'm
Awesome.
excited.
Well, yeah, awesome. I'm glad you're here. Uh, awesome. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll wrap up for today. Anyways, like a couple minutes short here, but that's cool. Enjoy your weekend and let me know if you run into any issues. I'll have that snapshot updated this afternoon here with all the new links that we created, the new webhooks, and then you'll be able to download say give it a couple hours and it'll be all updated. Then you might want to send the new update over to your guy there too before he installs the older snapshot. Otherwise, it'll just be like a couple of links to change in the workflows.
All right. Well, I'm going to get the things set up and hopefully have it up and running by Monday or Tuesday and
Sounds good.
play around with it. And I'm sure I'll break something.
Awesome. I will I'll just make sure all the stuff is up in the training. So in our back end too, if you want ever want to get to the training portal area, under training and resources up here is where you'll see all the links to the docs and stuff like that.
Okay.
There. All right, you guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, thanks for jumping on here. And we'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Enjoyed it. See you
All
soon.
right.
Thank you.
Talk to you.